already. So I think we can
Hello,
start.
everyone. We start our Dev Triage meeting.
Let me share my. Okay, this issue about about incorrect result in our API when we create the quotes. After that, add some items to quote, and after that, delete the items to quote. We are API. We still will receive the item quantity of items in cart like 2. It doesn't matter if we delete it or not, but yeah, in general, items will be an empty array, but like additional information, how many items in the cart we still see too.
So yes, it's absolutely clear bug. Only one mention from my side. During fix of this bug, there should be not only items quantity 0, but also items count, because according to actual result, I see that there are two mistakes. First, it's item quantity, and second, it's item count. So I think it's very pretty familiar issue and could be fixed in one place. About priority severity, for me it's P3 severity 3, like our regular estimation, because it's not blocker, and we have workaround. You can check these items based on items array. It's not good, but I cannot say that it's blocker on some top or high priority. So regular priority.
Yeah, I agree with it. It's not really comfortable to check items quantity because our items count is pretty simple. We can just check an array, but I think with item quantity it's not so comfortable to check this array. But yeah.
Could you update this ticket right now? It's just a couple of seconds. Like items quantity, it should be 0, and second item, because we will forgot about it, and expected results. The same, but items count.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go to the next ticket. Yeah, this issue related to the coupling to registry. It's not exactly some bug. It's like our
Code improvement.
yeah, it's like a code improvement.
Could you please open a link from Lucas?
Mhm. I think it's just our legacy code we have.
Yes,
No,
we have.
that
We have.
no,
We
okay.
have. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
For me, we have a lot of very mirror things in our code. It's mostly related to some legacy code, and Lukasz is correct that in an ideal case, all of helpers should be completely removed. So in this case, it's like kind of refactoring only on one helper without any significant business value. In some tech refactoring, moreover, it's related to only one class. So for me, it's P4 S4, so priority 4, severity 4. So in generally, if we are going to make this work, first of all, I need to define scope. I think so scope should be more bigger, like full extracting of this helper, or maybe full extracting of helpers of some model. And looks like we can do it without backward compatibility, so it should be delivered in 2.45 branch, in some branch which will be related for 2.45. So yes, it's issue, but it's not big priority. It's there are no some business value, some small technical improvement, but also need to have a good testing about these small changes. So yes, it's some kind of problem related to legacy code, but we have a lot of some small pieces in our legacy code.
Yeah, refactoring from this code can introduce more critical bugs that just legacy approach. General, for sure, we need to improve our code base, but yeah, this is just one file. We have enough pretty same outdated code, and yeah, it should be more complex issue.
So if somebody would like to work on it, it's good. Maybe but priority it looks like P4.
Yeah, really agree. Go to the next one. Okay, Valeria, I think you know more than me regarding this issue.
Yes, I think issue is related that in some cases, when we use some example from our sample form, it leads to fatal error. So in generally, our sample models is outdated, but anyway, it's bad if we can provide some configuration which will lead to fatal error from our side. So if there are some wrong configuration, there should be, I don't know, exception, error message, maybe something else, but not.
Why?
Of course, it should not be PHP fatal error.
Yeah, I fully agree, but why I think that this form is just a configuration? Did you look to the implementation? Maybe it's some PHP classes that currently outdated, and it's lead to this behavior, this fatal error.
I did not check sample model, but I look at current implementation of AI components, and yes, there are possible way if you when can be leads to fatal error. It's related to to some configuration. So for me, there should be some like exception, like there are missed some required component of or some required parts of configuration. Honestly, I cannot say that it's so important issue, but it's mostly about like it's strange if you provide the wrong configuration. After that, I have fatal error.
Yeah, I agree. So what about priority and severity? As for me, it's P3.
Severity may be S3, but I'm not sure about priority. It's P4 because it's not some base case. Yes, if you have some bad configuration, it will be lead to fatal error. But you can change this configuration and it will be work. So it's not related to some base mechanism, and it's not related to some logic errors. So for me, it's P4 S3. So, but of course, it should be fixed because it's so bad if you have fatal error in your system.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because for sure,
Uh,
for sure, you should when you introduce new form, you will check on them. Yeah, if you will see the fatal error, you will.
and you see that we have a couple of like, so that's mean somebody also forced it with it. So
You have just one like.
it's the same
Same
person.
person, yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, Valerie, can you provide some information about this?
Let's look. So, according to description, this issue is related to our performance, some problems with performance, and in general, it looks like when I run all of cron tasks, it's lead to CPU loading. So it's a clear understand that maybe we have some problem with it, but it's so hard to reproduce because it's mostly related to your environment, and I'm not sure that we can reproduce it on local mesh and on our cloud. Maybe need to generate a lot of data for it, but we can make some proposal, some suggestions that yes, we have problem with it, and I reviewed PR and architecture of performance team provides some clarifications that yes, the fix is proper and makes sense. So based on it, we can say that yes, we have this problem. Its problem is confirmed, and for me, all of issue related to some performance, especially to some big area like cron running, it should be at least P2, P2, severity 2.
Yeah, I agree.
Plus one more point for performance, especially for big area. It's performance not on some only one pointed things, not only about one controller or about one model. It's about full cron job work. So for me, I am not sure that it's P1. But by the
Yeah,
way, how many likes we have on this issue?
if it's not so many, just one, and yeah, I'm
Just one.
also not sure that P1. I think it's P2. Okay.
Mhm. As I said, we already have PR for this ticket, and this PR was confirmed by architect of performance team. And unfortunately, we have red bills according to this PR, but looks like work is in progress. You see that we have some review, some changes, and need to fix some bills. And you see that last command was 8 days ago, so we can say that still is in progress.
Mhm. Okay. Valerie?
So main issue, main idea of this issue, then if you call two different REST API point, like you can found product via one entry point, it's products, and you put search criteria and try to find products, and second entry points it's our search. So in first way we try to load products via products entry point. In second way we try to find these products via search. And main issue the main problem that pagination is working in different way for first and the second points. So you try to load the same products without some filtering, but it's different result if you provide current page 0 and current page 1. I am not sure what is proper. We have some agreement about current what is result should be at if you put current page 0, but it's clear that we should have some consistent result. But it's very strange. In one entry point we have one behavior in pagination, but if you use another entry point, we have absolutely different result of pagination. So for me, it's not big issue. It's mostly some annoying, misunderstanding, misleading to result. So for me, it's P4 S4, and yes, it should be fixed.
Yeah, agree about inconsistency. But yeah.
Moreover,
Not bad. I think the behavior with 0 and 1 is fully correct. We just with 0 we just not count it like it's something important. We just show the default first page. So I think behavior with 0 is fully correct.
I mean that maybe we need to put before, maybe severity is free is normal, but I'm not sure that priority
It's my mistake. I don't know why. I think about before, but not P3.
Moreover, we had some very familiar issue with another entry point, and we introduced some fix for it. So maybe need to check. Maybe this fix, maybe it's already fixed. I'm not sure about it, but I remember that we had discussion related to what is proper behavior when you put some 0 like first page.
Yeah, I had noticed to me that we need to
But
check
but anyway, it looks like P4 S3, P4 S4. So,
Yeah, agreed.
by the way, do you have maybe we do have some comments in this PR like I still have this issue and we don't need to recheck? No, no any comments. Yes.
Okay. And we have one more issue we not uh, saw it before, but we have 8 minutes. We can try to investigate it here. So So if I correctly understand, it's just additional entry point, just to give ability to reference to this block in customization.
In general, it looks like P3 S3, but I think we need to make some additional investigation. According to description, this issue is automatically created based on existing PR. What does mean this issue is automatically created?
This means that someone creates a pull request that fixes this issue.
I understand.
Issue. So it looks like it's just additional tension point contributor add additional block to the layout, and it's needed to give ability for third-party developers to make a reference for this block and provide their own block.
Uh, mhm. Oh, let's look and on PR. Maybe there will be some additional information what can be making impact. I don't know. So
Yes, I say just one additional block.
why we are using list text? Yes, list text, but not some container block. Because it's admin HTML. In general, as I said, issue is clear for me. It's P3 S3, but I need to review the solution because I am not sure type of this block. I mean initial PHP class. So I see that there are we have some description, but need to have some time for more deeper investigation. Because container render is children with a tag, and we don't want inside head.
Yeah, I think I understand why we do that because yeah, container block template of container block as default have some HTML tags, and in that case we will add this HTML tags even if we don't need there.
So honestly, I don't remember all of our base blocks, but need to check. Maybe we have another type. For me, it leads to some misunderstanding. List text. For me, it's list. Why do we need to have lists? But maybe it's good or not. So I just want to look for
I
another
think
block.
the one reason why we have the list here is because the list text doesn't have any side effects. Oh yeah, the after is right the same. Yeah, I mean, this template don't edit additional HTML tags, etc., etc. So it's like it uses like most simple templates that we have.
But if I'm not mistaken, we should have another block. I don't remember a clear name, but there should be some another block which should be like container without HTML, without any side effects. So okay, you can add me to review of these PRs. I will check it during review. But so let's back to our main goal. So for me, it's P3 S3.
You really think that it's P3? It's not. I think at least it's S4. We can say P3 like it's a good functionality and we need to merge it faster, but regarding the severity, S4
Uh,
it's
you
okay.
know, it could be a little bit annoying if you try to add something to head additional and cannot do it.
Okay, okay. Okay, that's it for today, I think.
But let's back. What is our recommendation? Do we need to add JS at head or do we need to add JS to footer?
We need to adjust in future, but it's case by case. It's sometimes we have no ability, possibility to add our JavaScript to the bottom of the page
Hmm.
because it's requirements of the scripts. As an example, as I remember, I'm not sure, but we can't add Google Analytic to the end of the page. So it's yeah,
Hmm.
depends to case.
Uh, Also, we had pretty familiar situation with reCAPTCHA when we need to add reCAPTCHA script, but we use it another way, and we add this script only when we need this. So we did not add this to all of page. We make some additional script and try to this I don't know, join the script, add the script only during UI component initialization. Maybe it's also more proper way. So that's why.
I'm sure that always we have few options to do it.
Mhm,
Moreover, if it's our custom script, if it's not some library or third-party system. But yeah, in general, some third-party system required to add the text to the head of the
mhm,
page. This is first point, and the second point, it's so base mechanism. Of course, we have some more complex and maybe more correct way, but in general, adding scripts to the page, it's so common and simple that we should to support that simplest way that possible.
mhm. Okay, that's why asking, because if we didn't recommend it or else, in this case we can decrease to P4. But if you talk that it's normal, it's good for us, so let's keep P3. But honestly, I'm a little bit surprised that it's not working, because absolutely was sure that we can add this from any page from our layout update. So it's very strange that it's not work. So need to
And,
make double check during the delivery of this PR on QA stage, because it's so common case.
but as you see, our
Mhm.
mm,
It was for Deco. Okay,
yes,
maybe something was on.
verifying for the ago.
I think we need also during review of this PR ask guys to create maybe some integration test. Just parse HTML, I don't know, some easy way, just parse HTML and make sure that we have this script in our header. So it's pretty common case, it should be work. So okay, looks
Okay.
like we are out of time today.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you guys for joining.
Thank you guys, thank you.